¿Tu nombre y tu medio, por favor?
Sí, mi nombre es Anuar y mi medio es la Cinemafia.
I like that red room.
Yeah,
Love that.
man. Well, guys, my name is Anuar, and I have a podcast called La Cinemafia.
Cinemafia.
Amazing.
Good.
I'm a filmmaker too,
Oh, cool.
Nice.
and I couldn't miss this opportunity. So thank you so much for the chance.
Thanks for having us.
So, guys, as actors, when you're working on a film, you work with one specific director and you follow one specific vision about the character. And in a TV series like House of the Dragon, you work with multiple directors and with the showrunners. So how does that work, and how was your experience creating and developing your characters with them?
Oh,
That's such an interesting
it's
question.
very interesting. I'll begin, and you can. I think what is key in that situation in a long-running series is the showrunners. And in season 1 we had 2, and in season 1 we were left with we had Ryan. We had Miguel and Ryan, and then we had Ryan. So they're the ones that are the ones who are in charge of the overall feel and arc of the story. And one presumes that when the directors that they employed meet with them, they have these discussions. So they have a strong idea of what we're trying to do and what the storylines and arcs of our characters are. So basically, the most important people in terms of your question become the showrunners. Hopefully, and when I've spoken to people like Claire and Gita and so forth, each director is allowed to put a little bit of who they are on it, but it's always there for the showrunner to look at what the shot and go, is this in keeping with the general feel of the piece?
That's right. And it's also one of the nice things about it is it's a very collaborative process. So you have these, four, sometimes more different directors all coming in with a slightly different personality, different flavor, slightly different energy, or very different energy, but we're all having conversations all together, and same with the makeup and hair team and the designers. It's a really collaborative process, the whole thing. So it feels like the spread of the group is slightly wider than maybe with a feature film is certainly when you're working with a real what are they called?
What director they do appeal?
The sort of I want to say entrepreneur. It's not entrepreneur. What's the word?
Oh, the runner.
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But you're working with somebody who's got a real vision. An auteur. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's more of a singular, whereas this is more of a wider spread.
The other thing that we have, as opposed to generally on a movie, is that we had rehearsal. We had a period of time, I don't know how many weeks it was, where we could go through the scripts and then we would discuss as actors and characters what we think these things mean. And then with the individual director, with the showrunner there, we would then discuss what we thought we were trying to achieve with each scene, which made it that much easier or simpler on set. So I think that's the major difference, I think.
I think we're really lucky on our show is that the overriding understanding, we're all going for the same aim. There is just a general understanding that we're making this show and that we're doing it in a certain way. Each of the directors are brilliant in their own right. It's great. It's actually really good for us as actors to be challenged by other ways of working, other approaches from the different directors. And I think they all get different things out of us as actors. Yeah. So it's great.
Everybody is so passionate, and that passion is contagious. You just want to help each director realize their vision. It does feel like working on this show, it's like an indie movie, but on just a ginormous scale, Everybody knows the places, everyone's wholeheartedly after the same result, and everybody is the best at what they do. That's the great thing about HBO. They employ some of the best people at what they do.
Nice.
And everybody kills it.
One of the things that I love about House of the Dragon is that it's a show full of rich, powerful, and three-dimensional characters. So, guys, what do you think is the best and the worst personality trait of your characters?
Good question.
Targaryen madness. Right?
Good
That's
question.
got to be the worst.
Oh gosh.
Oh, such a good question.
Oh, what is the worst personality trait of Corlys? I think Corlys is, he's a sort of a weird mixture of arrogance and ambition. I think, sometimes I think that's one of the things I would say that is his worst thing.
I think the best the best part of Aegon's character is the disregard for rules. I think that keeps everything pretty exciting and very naughty. I think the worst part of his character is his disregard for rules, because it can end up in he can end up in a lot of trouble, and now he's king, and get everyone else in a lot of trouble too.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit of a cacophony of chaos in his head. Keep using that, but it kind of works.
Worst part of Aemond, he just needs to let things go a little bit. I think he holds a lot of grudges.
Of course.
He's got a long list of people that he's working his way down, and so no one's safe around him. The best part of him is his perseverance. It's his smile in the face of adversity. The fact this 10-year-old kid could claim the largest, baddest, oldest dragon in the known world. That's no easy feat.
Yeah.
And I think, audience members going forward, they will always remember that. They will always remember that neglected, bullied kid and how we managed to do the truly unspeakable.
I would say for Rhaenys is her strength, but I would also say that was probably also her worst facet, in terms of how there are moments that I feel that she wishes she didn't have quite so much. I think she's just longing to be fragile.
That's interesting. Because I think Corlys's strength is his strength also. I think that's the same thing. I think he has a very clear idea of what he wants. I often say that he doesn't have his shade of grey is very tiny. You're either right or you're wrong, and that's it. And that's through being on the battlefield and through being at sea. You do this and you live. You do this and you die. And I quite like that about him, because it means he gets things done.
And last question. In an imaginary situation where your characters could interact with a character from Game of Thrones, which character would it be and why?
I haven't seen it, so you take this one.
Aegon would interact with Tyrion Lannister.
Nice, yeah.
Because he, in my opinion, had the greatest mind, had the greatest lay of the land, was the most ferociously ambitious and fully rounded person. I think Aegon would learn a lot from Tyrion.
Nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for the interview. Tom, you're a fantastic actor. And Ewan is my favorite character of all House of the Dragon, so you're amazing.
It means the world to me. You smashed it for a first interview.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. I think you both are wonderful actors, so it was an honor.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
And good luck with
you,
your
thank
podcast.
you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Take care.
really amazing.
Each time. It's gone.
Yeah, and go ahead, Tom.
Cut that bit.
Exactly.